previous video, I discussed a problem that a lot of people were having with their tankless hot water heaters in their RVs, and that's that they couldn't get the temperature hot enough, or the temperature was inconsistent. It'd get way too hot and then way too cold. And I talked about how you could add a high flow propane regulator and a high flow water regulator to your system to solve that problem. Today, I wanted to do this video to kind of follow up on that with a few more tips and tricks on how to optimize your hot water in your RV if you have a tankless hot water system. If you didn't get a chance to see that previous video, you can just go to my channel and it's on there. You'll see it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll kind of show you around a little bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's talk about aerators. Now, your aerator is this little device right here that screws onto the bottom of your faucet, right out there at the end. And the aerator is a device that is made to give you the impression that you have more water flow than what you actually have, and more water pressure as well. It's perceived, and it's a great perception too, because you put an aerator on your faucet and you feel like you've got waterfall worth of water going on you, whereas you leave the aerator off and the water feels kind of limp. Okay, so this one here I bought at Home Depot. Now, this particular faucet I also bought at Home Depot, and it's for a house. The original aerator that came on it restricted the water flow to the point that my tankless hot water heater would not turn on. Since the tankless hot water heater works on water flow, so I had to replace the aerator. And this particular aerator right here is an aerator that is less restrictive to water flow. It is 1.8 gallons per minute. And that seemed to do the trick for this guy here. They're real easy to replace. Some of them have external threads here. Some of them have internal threads. This one happens to have both. If I can get this rubber washer out, we can take a look at it. There, I got it out and almost lost it. But as you can see, and hopefully you'll be able to see that, there are threads on the inside of this as well. And so that's, most of them are pretty much universal is what I'm trying to say. They'll fit on just about any faucet. Okay, so we'll screw that back on and turn the hot water on. And that's the kind of water flow that we're getting right now when I have the hot water turned up on full. And that'll be plenty hot. Now we're going to take a look at the shower head. Okay. Well, there's our shower head. And this one I also purchased at Home Depot. And it is a water pix. And it is specifically designed to work with low water flow. And that's the reason why I bought this particular one. It's not for an RV, like I said, but you know what? It absolutely attaches the same way. It's a real simple deal. We'll just follow the hose down here to the water faucet, and as you can see, it just screws on and screws off. Very easy to change, a very simple deal. So the one thing that this doesn't have that almost all RV shower heads have is an off-on switch here on the handle. And the reason why RVs have that is because well, it's kind of a safety device. They don't want you turning off the hot water, having it change temperatures, and then when you turn it back on, it's either freezing cold or scalding hot. So it has a little, when you turn it off, it actually leaks, and it'll leak right out around the base down here. And if any of you have an RV with an RV shower head in it, you know what I'm talking about. It leaks constantly. There's nothing you can do about it. So This one here seems to do a pretty good job. I'll turn it on here and demonstrate. Now with the tankless hot water heater, I'll usually just turn this on about a quarter of a turn to start with, and then I can make micro adjustments after that. But turn that on, and it'll take about 10 seconds for the hot water to actually reach the shower here, but that's the kind of pressure we're getting out of this thing right now. And I'll stand that up, and you can see it kind of falls down a little bit, but it seems to work really well. I like it a lot. I'll include a link for both the Aerator and the Showerhead at the bottom of the page here when we're done. While we're in here, I ought to mention this. This is kind of a neat deal. I got these splash guards at Home Depot. See if I can pan out on this far enough to get a full picture of it. Not really, but it's just that little angle plastic piece that goes up alongside the shower. It has a peel and strip on the back of it. So you just stick it up there, and then I went ahead and put a bead of caulking around it too, just to give it a little extra sealing. One more stop on our tour today. I just wanted to run you by the kitchen faucet. I replaced this with a kitchen faucet for a house, and it hooks up the same way as an RV faucet does. It works the same way the RV faucet did. The Aerator, by the way, that came stock on this worked perfect just right out of the box. But you can see where nice smooth handles. The only reason I replaced this particular faucet was the old one still worked fine, but it was the old original one off of the RV, and it had aged to the point where it was starting to redescribe the term ugly. It was just not very appealing at all, and I really like this one here. So again, you can replace your RV faucets with stuff that's actually made for a house, and it'll fit right up. Okay, well, that's going to just about wrap it up for us today. I'm going to include a link at the bottom of the page for the Aerators and for the Showerhead. So any of you that are interested in looking into those, you can check that out. If you want to see the video that I did previous to this one on correcting your tankless hot water heater temperature problems, go ahead and go to our channel, which is the Need to Know channel, and me and Lynelle will kind of walk you through that process as well. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.